Welcome to Tiger Game Day, built by Fathers Club.
Welcome back to Tiger Game Day. I'm your host, Jacqueline Ramirez, and I'm here with Sam Strauss and Jack Houston. Today, our Blue Valley Tigers face our rivals, Blue Valley West, here at home. So how are you feeling about tonight's game?
Super excited for the game tonight. It's going to be a really good game between two rivals and two very high-powered teams that are 5-1 going into this week.
Yeah, I'm super excited for tonight's game. Should be super energetic. Student section should show out tonight. Have a lot of energy tonight. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. And coming up on tonight's show, we'll see a film breakdown from Grady and Max and have a special guest picking their favorite games around the area. But first, we have a coach's interview with our defensive coach, and after that, we'll hear from our fans over at the tailgate. Let's go talk to Reed as he interviews Coach Meach.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm here with Coach Meach. Coach Meach, do you think our preparation for this game this week is going well?
It has. We've been working on getting off to a faster start and playing a cleaner game, and I think the boys are doing a good job of that this week.
What are some things we've been working on this week?
Like I said, just making sure cleaning up the little things, making sure we're not beating ourselves, pre-snap penalties, and making sure we're locked in, ready to go.
Who do you think some key players are on the field tonight for both West and Blue Valley?
Well, everything starts with their quarterback. He's special. He's a really special quarterback. So it's gonna have our hands full, slowing him down, and then, I mean, for us, you know, we have a bunch of guys on defense that are gonna go play college football, do some things. We need those guys to be special.
And then how do you plan on shutting down the West offense tonight?
Like I said, we got to make sure number 11 is going to make a lot of plays. We got to make sure that we contain them as much as we can, and it's going to be a challenge.
Are we looking at a throwing game or a running game?
They're really balanced. They're very balanced, so hopefully we can force them to do one or the other, and then that'll be advantage us.
And then who do you think the key players on our defense tonight?
I think, Dawson Merritt has to have a good game. Lincoln Stubbe has to have a good game for us. For them, they're really good at linebacker. Number 33 is a very good linebacker, so we got to do a good job of containing him.
Thank you, Coach Meach. Back to the desk with Jacqueline.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reed, and thank you, Coach Meach, for that interview. Let's go see Savannah, Hayden, and Raina at the tailgate. I'm Hayden Hopper, here with the tailgate interview. Let's go. What are your guys' names?
Mr. DeLiesel.
Mrs. Lerner.
What is your guys' score predictions of tonight's game?
27-12.
34-17.
Thank you so much. Hi, who am I here with?
Corey Reiner.
What is your favorite tailgate food?
I like ribs.
And then what has been your favorite game so far of the season?
I liked that dub against Blue Valley Northwest last week. That was huge.
Hi, what is your name?
I'm Jamie Houston.
And what brings you to the Blue Valley tailgate today?
I'm your PTO president, and I'm here representing PTO and Fathers Club, and we're doing a teacher tailgate to just show our appreciation for our teachers.
Thank you. Who am I here with?
David Clay.
Who are you here to watch?
Sam Clay at Blue Valley West.
What position does your kid play?
Middle linebacker.
How do you think your team is doing this year?
Very well. We're doing very well, 5-1, so having a good season so far.
Yeah. What's your score prediction?
Ooh, it's going to be a tough one tonight. I'd say 28-24.
Okay. Just a little, guess. How many of your players can actually catch the ball?
How many players can catch? 8.
Okay. How does it feel knowing that you're going to lose tonight?
But not having that feeling.
You're not?
We'll win tonight. Yeah.
Okay. And who's the best player in Blue Valley?
Ooh.
Blue Valley or Blue Valley West?
Blue Valley.
I'm not sure. I don't know all the players. I really don't.
All right. Say, go Tigers.
Go Jaguars.
Looks like our Tiger fans are super excited for the big game tonight. Let's talk more about tonight's game and what players are going to make a big impact in the big game. Looking at the team stats, we can see that the Jags look like the better team offensively on paper than Blue Valley, with 232 passing yards and 222 rushing yards, and they scored 37 points per game on average.
Yeah. With that, though, the Blue Valley stats aren't bad. We have 218 passing yards, 144 rushing yards, 28 points per game, and we only allow about 13 points a game. So it looks like Blue Valley West is going to have a tough time scoring tonight with our defense.
Now we're going to get into key players. On the west side, on the offensive side of the ball, we have quarterback Tate Nagy, committed to KU. Tate has 1,356 passing yards, 310 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions this season, along with a 70% completion rate. Tate's a big force on this dominating Jags offense who looks to keep rolling against Blue Valley tonight.
Yeah. With that, he has his duo wide receiver partner, Quinn Myers, number 1 for the Jags. He has 44 receptions, 551 yards, 8 touchdowns, and with those 8 touchdowns, he has scored 48 points for the Jags. Also, 105 strong yards against St. Thomas Aquinas, who we struggled to beat.
All right, so it looks like West is scoring a little bit more than us, but Blue Valley has only given 13 points per game, which is mainly led up by Lincoln Stuvey on the defensive side.
Yeah, Lincoln Stuvey is definitely a big threat for the defense. He plays with a lot of energy, just running around the field, making plays that other people aren't. And he has 4 sacks, 31 tackles, and he just looks like a big threat for the Jags offense.
On the offensive side of the ball for the Tigers, we have running back Charlie Stahoyak. So far this season, he has 130 carries, 735 yards, 8 touchdowns, and that's 5.7 yards per carry. Charlie has scored a lot of opening drive touchdowns this season for the Tigers, and if they want to get a big win tonight against West, he's going to have to be a really big factor like he has been all season.
Yeah, Charlie also scores about 1.5 touchdowns per game, so we'll definitely see a touchdown out of him tonight. I wouldn't say that the West defense is very strong. They let up 22 points a game. Not very good, not as good as 13, so we should see a touchdown out of Charlie tonight.
All right, let's go see what Max and Grady have for us with the film breakdown.
Welcome back to another film breakdown session, Tigers. I'm Max Sims, and this is Grady Westfall. Today we're going to be learning how to take down the Blue Valley West Jaguars defense. I'll be doing the run game.
I'll be doing the passing game. We're going to figure out how to exploit their flaws. And we're going to show you here on Tiger Film Breakdown.
Pew!
All right, so looking at the Blue Valley West defense in the passing game, they got 4 back, cover 4, so they all drop back. Mainly one-on-one coverage, so we're going to mix and match some combinations, hit some short comeback routes to exploit this and drive it down the field, and we'll punch it in for 6 points.
All right, Blue Valley West, especially when they play us, they love to stack the box with 3 down linemen, 1 walk-up outside linebacker, and 2 inside linebackers. They want to get us to spill the ball on the outsides, but we're going to counter that with some plays up the middle too. So it'll be a fun night.
Obviously, this game is going to be a great game with both teams being 5-1 and both teams trying to make a big impact on tonight's game. Talking about big games, this matchup isn't the only big game we'll see tonight. Let's go talk to Joey, Hudson, and Matthew about what other games are being played around the Metro tonight.
And here we are at the DAC today for a great matchup between the Blue Valley North Mustangs and the Bishop MH Stags, 2 lowly rated EKL teams looking for better playoff seeding. Hudson, what do we think about this game tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be a windy one. Starting off on the offensive side of the ball for the Mustangs, they're definitely going to have to pound it to their senior running back, Frankie Tribon. He's had a great season, averaging 119 yards per game on 23 carries per game. I expect a lot of that as their wide receivers have not put up a lot of numbers this year.
Hudson, how do you think this run attack will affect the Bishop MH defense?
Well, yeah, defensively for the Stags, they've been scored on a lot this year, average letting up 30 points per game. Now, they have had a very difficult schedule, but even against those less powerful teams such as Blue Valley Southwest, they've let up 40 points. So I expect Blue Valley North to get some points today. Moving over to Bishop MH's offense, scoring has definitely been a problem for them this year. They've only had 1 game where they scored over 30 points and had multiple games where they scored 10 or less. They're definitely going to have to score more tonight if they want to beat the Blue Valley North Mustangs. One way I see them doing this is targeting their senior wide receiver, Jordan Ballard. Jordan Ballard is averaging 96.4 yards per game this year and has 5 total touchdowns on the year. I mean, he's definitely a star, and I see them targeting him a lot tonight.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be pretty lethal for Blue Valley North to keep them in check. Hudson, what do you think are the key moments and the key things that need to happen to keep this Bishop Miege offense in check tonight?
Well, yeah, obviously keeping eyes on Bishop Miege's wide receiver, Jordan Ballard. Another wide receiver that I can see Miege targeting a lot is senior Taryn Jackson. He's had just as good as a year as Jordan Ballard, and they definitely need to keep an eye on these two wide receivers if they want to win this game.
And the next game we're going to be taking a look at tonight is the St. Thomas Aquinas versus the Blue Valley Northwest Huskies. Two fantastic teams, as Blue Valley Northwest is coming off a horrible loss against Blue Valley Tigers. And the St. Thomas Aquinas are going off a fantastic win against the Rockhurst Hawklets. Joey, let's talk about this game. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Yeah, so the first thing I want to acknowledge, Matthew, is the high stakes for this game. You know, both teams looking to win the EKL. For Northwest, there's a lot of things that have to go wrong for that to happen. But for Aquinas, they got two teams, Blue Valley West and Blue Valley, coming up right behind them, so they need to win this ball game. And then obviously for the playoffs, Blue Valley Northwest does not want to fall below 500, and they're nearing that with a couple more losses in the season. So they need to win this ball game to get good seeding in the 6A state playoffs. And then for Aquinas, they need to continue to win out if they want this 1 seed for the 5A state playoffs.
Yeah, Joe, and I've been hearing injuries talk tonight. Can you give us a rundown on how that's going tonight?
Yeah, you know, Matt, it's the game of football. There's always a lot of injuries, but tonight there's more than usual. For Northwest, they're without a lot of guys, but a couple notable ones: interior offensive linemen who suffered a really bad injury last week, and then they're questionable with left tackle Andrew Babaloa, who's probably the most highly recruited player they've ever had come through Northwest. And then they're without quarterback Nathan Baxter for the rest of his senior season. But luckily, they have an experienced quarterback in Ford Bevins, who played pretty well when he came in last week. And then lastly, on the defensive side of the ball, they're without middle linebacker Charlie McBride, as he suffered a back injury last week.
Yeah, Joe, that's a great point. And I've been hearing talks going on about hand, foot, and mouth disease.
Yeah, I did hear that a little bit from a couple of Aquinas guys, but I don't think that's really affected the team, so things should be good.
And now, Joe, what are we looking on the other side of the ball tonight?
Yeah, on the other side of the ball, Blue Valley Northwest probably has the most talented receiving corps in the EKL, but Aquinas is only allowing 15 points per game, and they've played really good on that side of the ball. But for Blue Valley Northwest to win, they're going to need to put the ball in the air and make a lot of plays, or else I don't see them winning this game, because their run game really hasn't been a big part of their offense, and Aquinas has one of the best rushing defenses in the state.
And yeah, Joey, what position groups and players are you going to be looking at tonight, and what are going to play a viable role in tonight's outcome?
Yeah, Matthew, most importantly, I want to look at Blue Valley Northwest, because clearly they're the underdogs in this ball game with all the injuries they sustain and just looking at records. Their offensive line has got to block for backup quarterback Ford Bevins tonight if they want any success. And then hand in hand in that relationship, Ford Bevins needs to make the throws that he showed he could make last week against Blue Valley High. And if they can do that, they're going to have an opportunity to win this ball game. And then for Aquinas, it's simple. Continue to pound the ball and make Northwest stop them, because I definitely don't see that happening, and it hasn't happened all season. And that starts with junior running back Cal Arndt.
Yeah, Joe, that's a great point. Now let's send it over back to the desk.
We're here with our celebrity guest, Coach Williams. Can you tell us a little bit what you're involved in around the school?
What am I involved in around the school? I teach web design, media pop culture, which is a phenomenal class, computer apps. Used to teach sports marketing, but they took that away from me. And then I also try to be the head boys basketball coach. I think that's all I do. Yeah.
So how's the basketball team looking like this year? Or how are we going to look?
I think good. We got a great group of guys. We have some starters returning, but we got a lot of younger guys that are biting at the bit to get after it, and have some older guys too that are going to have some experience, along with some of the other guys from the sophomore teams and freshman teams coming up to our JV varsity level. So got a great group of guys. Culture feels great right now where we're at, and so I'm looking forward to getting after it. I can't believe it's almost here. So
yeah.
How are you feeling about tonight's game against West?
Well, West week is always tough. It's stressful, so I know what the coaches are going through with it being this big of a rival. And then, you know, even after this game, it's still kind of stressful, because if you lose, you feel like the world has ended. If you win, you feel like you're on a high for like 2 weeks. So it's stressful for everyone, but I think we'll see a good matchup, good game. Hopefully we win by 1 million and send them back across 69 Highway.
Yep.
Wait, what do you think the score prediction will be tonight?
The score tonight, I predict being 721 to 0.
Jeez.
Yeah,
high scoring
pretty
game.
good.
Yeah.
Great
I feel like
defensive.
we can do it.
Yeah. Well, we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into our game picks and who's going to come out on top. So first we have Blue Valley Southwest versus DeSoto at DeSoto. So who are we picking?
Earlier in the season, we did smack Southwest. So I think they've just been struggling recently this year. So I think DeSoto's definitely going to win that game.
Yeah, I'm going to take DeSoto as well. Just Blue Valley Southwest has been struggling all year, and DeSoto is a powerhouse this year in the 5A conference, so I have them coming out on top tonight.
Are you going next?
You got it.
I'm going DeSoto. I don't know anything about them, but I want Blue Valley Southwest to lose. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I want DeSoto to win because I don't really care about Blue Valley Southwest. All right, next game we have Blue Valley North versus Miege at North.
I got Miege. North just also hasn't been doing very great, so Miege is definitely going to win this game.
Yeah, Blue Valley North stinks. They got 1 win this year. They're not very good. Can't throw the ball, so I'm going to go with Miege as well.
I too am going to go with Bishop Miege. It's hard picking any team in the EKL other than us, but I'm going to go with Miege.
I'm going to go with Blue Valley North just to be different, and I feel like
that's upset.
They could maybe win.
That's a big upset.
Big upset. I like it.
We did beat them, and have they even won a game?
One.
One game.
Okay.
One
I have hope in them.
Okay.
Okay, so our next game was Blue Valley Northwest versus Aquinas at Aquinas, which is a pretty big game.
Yeah, that is a pretty big game. We did just beat Northwest. We did lose to Aquinas, so I'm going to go with Aquinas on this one.
Yeah, Northwest coming off a tough loss against us last week. Late touchdown for us, sealed the deal for the win. And Aquinas has looked dominant through the run game all year this year, so I'm going to go Aquinas tonight.
I was at the game last week against Northwest. I used to coach there and teach there, so I'm going Aquinas for sure, all the way.
I'm going Aquinas as well. They obviously beat us, so I think they can probably beat Northwest. But yeah, and our last game is obviously Blue Valley versus Blue Valley West. So,
I mean, obviously, I'm going to go Blue Valley, my home school. Big rivals tonight against West. Should be a good game, though.
Yeah, Blue Valley West has looked really good this year. Tate Nagy's been balling out, but I can't pick against my school, so I'm going with Blue Valley.
This is where I would grab the tiger head and put it on me and go with Blue Valley. I left it at home, so obviously I'm going with BV all the way, baby. 721 to 0.
Yep, Blue Valley. I don't think West has a shot. We're just gonna blow them out, and it's gonna be a great game. Yeah. All right, well, that's all we have for you guys. Thank you, Coach Williams, for being part of our show, and thank you guys for watching. I'm Jacqueline Ramirez, and this is Sam and Jack, and this is Tiger Game Day.